Hello, welcome to our channel. First of all, write yourself and leave your like. And now, without further ado, let's walk through the mysteries of humanity. Among the many curious facts in the life of Moses, one of them happened after his death. Did you know that his body was the subject of contention between Satan and Michael? This is mentioned in the little epistle of Jude. However, the archangel Michael, when contending with the devil and disputing about the body of Moses, did not dare to pronounce infamous judgment against him. On the contrary, he said, "The Lord rebuke you." Jude 9. Regarding the dispute over the body of Moses between Michael and Satan, there is evidence that this incident narrated in the letter is based on the apocryphal book Assumption of Moses, originally written in Hebrew in the years 3 BC. and AD 30, which expands on the burial narrative of Moses described in Deuteronomy. But what would this burial imply in the lives of God's children? The first aspect concerns the fact that, under the law, the dead body was viewed as something that made anyone who touched it unclean for 7 days. Anyone who failed to observe the prescribed purification procedure was subject to the death penalty. Whoever touches a dead person, the dead body of a man, will be unclean for 7 days. Cleansing water was not sprinkled on him, it's filthy. Numbers 19.11 and 20. In view of the scriptural attitude toward dead bodies, it is evident that veneration of the bodies of God's outstanding servants was not practiced, much less approved. Probably, in the account studied here, Satan wanted Moses' body to make it an object of worship. Remembering what that man represented for the nation of Israel, as well as the many times that the Hebrew people fell into the error of worshiping other gods, Moses' grave would easily become a place of idolatry. Knowing this, God told him to step aside and leave the nation of Israel before they entered the promised land, and he died. Satan must have taken advantage of the situation of his death to steal that leader's corpse. Moses' body was buried by God himself in an unknown place, and this also precluded any future pilgrimages to his grave and metaphorically repudiated the idolatry among God's people. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. He buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, opposite from Beth Peor, and no one knows, to this day, the place of his burial. Deuteronomy 34.5-6. The second aspect concerns the behavior of Christians in the face of affronts. Jude's point is that the harsh language of the false teachers contrasts with Michael's temperate language, as can be highlighted by the following verse of the epistle. These false teachers, however, about everything they do not understand, they slander, and as for everything they understand by natural instinct, like brutes without reason, even in these things they are corrupted. Jude 10. The apostle wanted to teach us that even an angel, considered one of the most important in the heavenly army, knew how to submit to the Lord's authority at that critical moment. It is the lesson we must learn. Accepting God's will above any other, even if we apparently have the resources to make some decision in our lives, knowing that true power comes from Him and that no one can usurp Him.